Let me see. 1 second. If we are just checking if we are live or not. Yes, guys, we are live. We are live. Welcome back to Formula One. So, yes. Yo, welcome back, everyone. We are live. It is sprint race day at the Canadian Grand Prix, and what a build-up we had. We have had this one. Welcome to the rookie room. If you are joining us for the first time, brilliant timing. If you are here last night, last evening for the sprint qualifying, you already know what's coming. This is going to be a brilliant 90 laps of Formula One. Drop a hello in the chat. Tell me where you are watching from, and let's get straight into it because we have got a lot to talk about. And sprint qualifying, and then yesterday after FP1 we had a sprint qualifying, and SQ1 was immediately chaotic. Fernando Alonso, who had looked surprising strong in FP1, was actually running in the top 10 in the opening segment, pushed too hard trying to make it through to SQ2. For the first time this season, locked up going into the turn 3 and 4 chicane straight into the barriers, red flag. And here's where it got really spicy. SQ2 cleaner session, messages dominant again. Russell actually set the pace in SQ2 and carried that from the into SQ3, and SQ3 was where it got really interesting. Carlos Sainz incredible lap got Williams into SQ3 for the first time in 2026. That was a massive moment for the team. And with Lindblad, the Racing Bulls rookie, also made it through. Brilliant. And then at top, George Russell, 1 minute 12 seconds sprint pole, his second sprint pole of the season. Antonelli just 0.068 seconds behind, just 1-2 on the sprint. Norris, Piastri, Hamilton, Leclerc, Verstappen. So the main story. And when it comes to sprint race format, yeah, 19 laps, 100 kilometers, no mandatory pit stops, no tire rules. It is flat out from lights out to flag. There are points available, 8 for the winner, down to 1 for P8. Not as many as Grand Prix, but in a close championship fight, every single point matters. On this circuit, track position is absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. The overtaking opportunities exist, and all the drivers are lined up, guys. All the drivers are lined up, and the green lights and the formation lap is underway. As you can see on the track map, Russell, Antonelli, Norris, Piastri, Leclerc, Verstappen, Hadjar, Lindblad. Time screen is up. Is it ready? What's going on? Let me check, guys. Give me a minute. Let me check. Looks like the time screen is not up. What's going on? Okay, let me refresh it. Give me a minute, guys. God. was wrong. Yeah, so the formation lap is underway, guys. Yeah, almost Russell is at the front, followed by all the other drivers catching up him. Antonelli slow, and this gap between Norris and Antonelli and Piastri, Hamilton, Leclerc, Verstappen, Hadjar, Lindblad, Sainz, Hulkenberg. This is going to be interesting one, guys. This is going to be interesting. What's wrong with the lifetime here? Yeah, so live timing hasn't started because it's just a formation lap, and we'll get through it in a moment. In pit stop. So okay, all the drivers are lining up. Verstappen, can Max recover from seventh and remind everyone exactly what he's capable of? And somewhere in the midfield, Sainz, Lindblad, Alonso, all with something to prove. Norris, can McLaren find another sprint race win at after Miami? Russell versus Antonelli, can George beat his championship leader teammate on his favorite circuit? Where so the cars are ready, guys, and green flag waved, and the lights are coming up in a moment. Green flag at the back, and all the cars are raving. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Green light, lights out, and the cars are roaring. And looks like Max Verstappen and oh, Ferrari, where is Hamilton gained a position and Piastri down, guys? And is there any other position gains from anyone at the moment? Hulkenberg up one position, Colapinto down by 1%. Ooh, what happened? And yeah, so far nothing major things. All the drivers are. Russell was doing good at the beginning, and his interval was 0.65 seconds. And yeah, the gap between and sector 1 times are coming up, sector 2 times are coming up. Russell looking really strong, and Hamilton gained a position, Piastri down one position, and we'll have to see. And Verstappen Hadjar remains in the same position. Pinto 2 positions up. What happened to the Hulkenberg and Bortoleto? Audi, they're down by 4%, 4 positions, and Stroll from the pit lane, he down by 5 positions, and we'll have to see. And, and Hamilton gained 1, Piastri lost 1. Hamilton will have to look at that again. What's going on with that? 1.381 seconds Norris behind. Well, yeah, Antonelli is behind Russell 0.6 seconds and Norris 1.6 seconds behind Antonelli. So Antonelli gained a position and time as well. So Antonelli is trying to make a move on the Russell, and will be having an long straight and an overtaking opportunity here, guys. We'll have to see if anybody will be able to make a position, and this is very narrow circuit with many. So Antonelli is the best lap. and Antonelli is 0.6 seconds behind Antonelli. 0.6 seconds. And will Russell be able to find his form back again, and will he be able to make a win out of this? Whose teammate is right behind him, chasing him, and he is Antonelli, who is world championship leader at the moment, and Lando Norris is right behind Antonelli with 2 seconds. The gap is building between Norris and Antonelli, and Hamilton is 0.8 seconds behind Norris, and Verstappen is 0.9 seconds behind Leclerc. That's looking a great fight, but we'll have to see. And Hadjar is right behind Verstappen with 0.5 seconds behind him. And will Max and Hadjar. Hülkenberg gained 1 position at the moment, Alonso down to 15. And we can see the race start. So Russell got off to a good start, and Antonelli was able to manage, but Hamilton, who was able to get off the line with good position, and then Hamilton turned outside and hanging again. Lewis Hamilton is on the inside in the turn one and able to go outside on the turn two and able to hang on to his position and gain a position there on the Piastri. Piastri is down by 1 position and he is looking strong and just 0.5 seconds behind Hamilton. Will Hamilton be able to find his space and be on top of Piastri? We'll have to wait and see. And Antonelli is 0.4 seconds behind George Russell. His best lap is 1 minute 14 seconds. He is looking very strong at the moment. If he will be taking any opportunity, and if he finds an opportunity, he will be overtaking George Russell, and we will be seeing the straights coming up, and there will be an opportunity for Arvid Lindblad. Hadjar, what happened to Hadjar? He dropped to 3 positions. Hadjar, engine problem, complaining by Hadjar. Wide movement for Russell and Antonelli. Wide in the turn. Antonelli is side by side with George Russell, and he didn't get first time. And George Russell and Antonelli, that's been a great fight. It's 0.2 seconds behind him, and another straight coming up for. Oh, yeah, Antonelli was able to push George Russell out of the road, and Antonelli gained a position, and Antonelli back again. Will continue again. So Russell and Antonelli, that's been a great fight between both of them, and Antonelli pushed George Russell out of the road, and we'll have to see. So from the outside, oh, so that's right. And again, Antonelli, extraordinary. What happened? And it cost Antonelli a position. That was very naughty by complaining. And it cost him points, guys. Antonelli down 1 more position. And Norris gained a position again. That's a great racing moment at the moment. They both are going out straight out, loving this position. And what happened? So messages are getting ready for the Yeah, so unbelievable fighting between Antonelli and Russell and Verstappen. The gap between Verstappen increased 1.4 seconds behind Leclerc, and all the top six cars are really close by. And that should be a penalty. I was alongside the mirror, so let's just keep it cool. What is it? Yeah, that's a great McLaren. McLaren's collided last year, but currently it's a great racing between Russell and Antonelli, and that costed Antonelli a position and a point at the moment, but we'll have to see the whole race. And currently we are at the seventh position. Antonelli, let's just get this back under control. Kimi, focus on her. I don't care. He pushed me off. Complaining by the Antonelli. That's a great game, Gage. Kimi Antonelli. Yeah, Kimi, concentrate. Yeah, Toto. Yes. Yes, full position 13. Let me look at the Kimi Antonelli radio messages at the moment, guys. Just give me a moment and it changes here. So it looks to be behaving just vibrating. Kimi, what? That's a match. Antonelli was doing great right before he was. What happened to Hadjar? Hadjar is retiring the car. Hadjar retiring the car, and we are on to the ninth lap, guys. Ninth lap, and and Russell at the top at the moment, but Norris is 0.8 seconds, just 0.8 seconds behind Russell. Antonelli is 1 second, 1 second. Yeah, we'll have to see if there will be any fight between Antonelli and Norris and will gain a position or not. And Verstappen is 1.2 seconds behind Leclerc. Leclerc, Piastri, Hamilton are really close by, and if there is any opportunity, they will definitely able to. But that's a good news for Arvid Lindblad. At the moment, he is on the eighth position, and he will be, if he stays at the eight, he will be getting a point at the moment, and Colapinto is 4.5 seconds behind Lindblad, so that's a lot of gap between them. And Hamilton Hamilton is close by 0.2 seconds behind Antonelli. Antonelli should be focusing on the race at the moment instead of complaining on the radio. That's what the Toto told him. And, and the speeds and the Russell on the driver Verstappen 1.2 seconds behind Leclerc. And the top eight top points should be Russell, Norris, Antonelli, Hamilton, Piastri, Leclerc, Verstappen, Lindblad. At the moment, guys, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And Russell is so yeah, we are on to the 10th lap and 23 laps remaining and 13 laps more remaining. And Antonelli, his best lap 114.6, 149. He's reaching, and Hamilton 0.8 second gap is increasing, and Verstappen still 1.2 seconds. And Leclerc, I don't see any improvements to the drivers, but Norris gained a position. Hamilton one position. Good for Pinto. He gained 4 positions. Sainz at the same position. He is 10. Yeah, we weren't able to see all the fights, and we'll have to wait and see for the replays to carefully go what happened. And Perez, that's good for Perez. He gained 4 positions, now on 3 positions and the midfield. But Hadjar, Stroll 3 positions down, Alonso 2 positions down, Portletto 3, and Hulkenberg gained at the beginning. He lost 4 positions, and now he recovered 2 positions and lost finally 2 positions. And here comes Antonelli. Gap between Norris and Antonelli is increasing 1.5 seconds, and the same looks at 1.5 for Verstappen. Lando Norris is 4 tenths of a second of the race leader Russell at the moment. If there is any opportunity, Lando Norris won't be world champion. Lando Norris won't hesitate to overtake George Russell. The George Hadjar is out again, out on the racetrack again. And Russell and the straight coming up. If Lando Norris we'll have to see. I don't think he 0.3 seconds, 0.4 seconds gap between Norris and Russell. Antonelli is gaining time and 1.1 second behind Lando. Antonelli has good opportunity here as well, guys. We are on the 13th lap at the moment and still 11 laps left. And Antonelli is closing to George Russell, 0.8 seconds behind Lando Norris. Antonelli looking good at the moment. And 0.6 seconds Lando Norris behind Russell. And Hamilton at 4th currently. Yeah, so Antonelli again the gap increasing a bit. 1 minute at the moment. Norris 0.5 seconds behind George Russell. Okay, guys. Yeah. So the drivers are closing up and 10 laps left. Turn 8. And turn 10. Russell, Norris, Antonelli. And the final straight is here, guys. We'll have to see if any changes. 330, 336. Norris is gaining some time, but couldn't. I don't think he is able to. And Antonelli is 0.7 seconds behind Lando Norris. Antonelli will try and do whatever he can to gain that position back again. He's just 0.2 seconds behind Norris 0.4 seconds gaining, but Lando Norris is gaining. Is the gap is increasing, putting the pressure and nearly putting the pressure on Lando Norris. Yeah, so turn 6 coming up, turn 7, and the straight is here. The DRS zone. DRS meaning the active arrow is in place, and no chance for any of the driver, but and Gasly. Gasly gained 4 positions. Lawson gained 5 positions at the moment. Arvid Lindblad and call into the gap both between 3.3 seconds and Verstappen 2.7 seconds. And yeah, Lewis Hamilton is under pressure from Piastri 0.5 seconds behind, and Activator is on the straight, but no chance for Piastri to overtake Hamilton, but he will try to find some space and he will try to gain some position. And Russell is leading the race, sprint race at the moment with and behind Lando Norris, Antonelli, Hamilton, Piastri, Leclerc, Verstappen, Lindblad. So Colapinto is same Verstappen 2.4 seconds. 8 seconds behind the leader Verstappen. And 8 laps remaining, guys. 8 laps remaining. So all the drivers are on the median laps. Perez is on soft, that is working for him at the moment. He is up 4 seconds and Lawson 5 positions gain. And that Racing Bull's car looking good, I guess, at the moment. Yellow flag out on tracks. And Piastri is 0.7 seconds behind Hamilton. Antonelli 0.8 seconds, and we have 7 laps left. And what is Lando Norris is putting pressure on Russell again. He is 0.6 seconds behind, and Antonelli is 0.5 seconds behind Lando Norris. We'll have to see if there will be any overtaking opportunities again. Antonelli. Okay, what the heck? So Russell just passed under a second between the top 3. Gap is very narrow, guys. Alonso is in pit, and Antonelli, he is active arrow is on. George Antonelli on turn 9, but didn't get an opportunity to overtake, but the long straight is about to come. Antonelli will try and take an opportunity at the moment. The gap is narrow. He's just right behind him, but will the long straight Antonelli is desperate to. Yeah, but Antonelli, I don't think he will be able to do that in this lap. But the long straight back again, and Lando Norris is really close and 0.6 seconds behind Lando Norris. Norris is 0.67 seconds. Kimi Antonelli is right behind Lando Norris. He will try and put pressure on Lando Norris. And 5 laps left. We are on the 19th lap of 23 laps in the sprint race in Canada, Montreal. Um, at the moment, Charles Leclerc is 0.9 seconds. Yeah, she is 0.1 seconds. And Antonelli back again. Antonelli is looking as tight as possible and trying to find some. And the final chicane of the lap 19 and Antonelli is really close, 0.4 seconds behind. Yeah, the straight is coming up and with Antonelli. Yeah, so Gasly is in pit, guys. 10-second time penalty for Nico Hulkenberg. Battle for the top 3 is very close. Hamilton and Oscar Piastri 0.4 seconds. Hamilton reported he's hit the barrier. 3 laps remaining as 21 laps out of 23 laps. Piastri is putting pressure on Hamilton. He's really close by Lewis Hamilton, and he brushed the wall with more than. And Antonelli is 0.7 seconds behind Lando Norris. We'll have to see. And Norris is similar, 0.7 seconds behind George Russell. FIA Stewart, no further investigation was happened to yellow flag infringement. The car looks good. Hamilton. Piastri is right behind all over 0.3 seconds behind Hamilton. Piastri will try and find his position back again. Antonelli is doing the same, 0.6 seconds behind Lando Norris, and the top 8 points winners for today's race is looking like Russell, Norris, Antonelli, Hamilton, Piastri, Leclerc, Verstappen, Lindblad, and 2 laps remaining. And 22nd lap, and Kimi Antonelli 0.3 seconds behind. He will be right lock up. And Antonelli is right close behind in the defense, and no opportunity for Antonelli, but he will force Lando Norris. Will Antonelli do anything here? Yes, Antonelli, we are talking at the moment, and Antonelli going wide again, and he and moved to second place. McLaren's under big position retaken by Lando Norris. That was great move by Antonelli, and again he's off the track limits, and then he has to give his position back to Lando Norris again in the front, and we have one more lap to go. We are on the final lap here, guys, at the moment, and Antonelli is really close, 0.5 seconds, and there is another position, ninth turn. Antonelli just on the place here, and will Antonelli able to see that's a long straight, and the final chicane Antonelli will have to see here will if he improves a bit, and Antonelli laid on the brakes. George Russell, he just finished on top one in the sprint race, and the top three drivers are Russell, Norris, Antonelli, and Piastri. He gained a position, and Leclerc gained a position. Hamilton, and we'll have to see Verstappen. Hamilton went down from fourth to sixth. Verstappen is in seventh. Arvid Lindblad eighth, and he scored a point today. Lindblad, that's good for him. Russell, Norris, Antonelli, Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, and Lindblad currently looking good at the moment, and that is the end of sprint race, guys. That is the end of sprint race. And Russell, Norris, Antonelli, Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Lindblad, and good times for George Russell back again. Yep, so Russell, Norris, Antonelli, Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Lindblad. Antonelli is complaining side by side. He's still angry, Kimi Antonelli. And so I will be giving a highlights of the race in a moment, guys. Just hang on here. What just happened? Oh, yeah, let's talk about the launch. George Russell led us away from pole position, but rookie sensation and Kimi Antonelli got an absolute rocket ship of a start from P2. They went side by side through the tight turn 1 and 2 complex, the famous Senna S curves. Russell held his nerve on the inside line, but Antonelli forced him to use every single millimeter of the curve. Behind them was the McLaren boys were on an absolute mission. Lando Norris, who split the Ferraris on the grid, made a massive lunging move upon lap 3 and snatched P4 from Piastri, and the climax, Piastri was able to gain his own position Fourth, Antonelli dropped by one position. Leclerc gained one position after Hamilton hit the barrier at the turn 14, and Verstappen on seventh position as well. Lindblad gained one position, and Hadjar is dropped. And Colapinto is on ninth, Sainz on 10th, Lawson gained 7 positions and moved to 11 positions, and Bortoleto, Ocon, Perez, Hulkenberg, Stroll, Bottas, Spearman, Albon, Gasly, Hadjar, and Alonso. And that's a great race, guys. That's a great race at the moment. For George Russell, he was able to find his position, and yeah, thank you guys, thank you for joining the live, and I'll be hosting the qualifying for tomorrow race today, and you should be able to hang on and continue support, and please join the race live. And what an amazing sprint race in Montreal. Yeah, that's sprint race, guys. The top three: Russell, Norris, Antonelli, and Piastri, Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, and Lindblad. These are the positions for the sprint, and checkered flag is waved, and we are happy with the way the race went in. And thank you for once again, thank you for joining, and keep supporting, guys. Thank you. And